evening. Hi, thanks for joining Hatha Yoga. Tonight, if you've got your block or a cushion that we need to use, and also if you've got a towel or a blanket that you can roll up, or a belt or a tie. Okay, so we're going to do Hatha Yoga. We're going to focus a bit on shoulders, loosening off the shoulders, opening up the chest, a bit of balance and a bit of core. So as usual, a bit of everything to work on. So thank you very much for joining. So we'll start in our initial relaxation. So we can lie down. So just feel now the weight of the floor supporting you. Also, you can have the legs out straight if you like, or you can take your feet out to the side, letting the small toes just flop out to the side. Or you can have your legs bent up, feet pressing into the mat, maybe knees are together and the feet go out to the side. You can also have your hands resting on your tummy, or arms out slightly at the side with the palms facing up. Make sure that your chin's coming in towards your chest slightly, so we can feel the length through the back of our neck. So first of all, we want to become in tune with our breathing. So the natural breath, we're trying to breathe in and out mainly through the nose. So nice and slow with your breath. At the moment we're not trying to change the breath at all, we're just breathing naturally. So notice if you can just stay in touch with your natural breath, or notice if your thoughts are wandering quite a lot, maybe thinking of what's happened today or what might be happening tomorrow. Just try to stay focused on this natural breath in and out through the nose. We're going to change your breathing slightly to come into the deeper 4-7-8 breathing. So this helps to concentrate more on our breathing and bring our mind out of wandering thoughts into our breath. So we're breathing in for a count of 4, and we're holding the breath for a count of 7. And now we're taking a deep breath out, counting out for 8. So spending a couple of minutes on the 4-7-8 breathing helps our rest and digest system, helps us to focus on our breathing. And if you can, notice how many rounds of 4-7-8 breaths you can do without losing concentration. return to your natural breath and get ready for our supine warm-up. So if you stretch out both legs and bring the feet together, take a deep breath in and stretch the arms above the head. So point the fingers, point the toes, feel that nice stretch of the whole body. And breathe out to bring your arms down and bring both knees into the chest. Just hug the knees in. Maybe take your knees side to side. So here we're going to do our leg raises. So you press your left foot into the floor with the left leg bent up and extend the right foot out along the mat. Heel away, toes towards the face of that right leg. So here we want to have the right leg activated and strong. And pressing your hands down on the floor, palms down. Slowly breathe in and lift up the right leg. And as you breathe out, release the right leg back down. If you want to and you haven't got any back issues, you can have the left leg straight out on the floor. So breathing in to lift the right leg and breathing out to lower. Breathing in to lift, out to lower, in to lift, out to lower, one more in to lift, out as we lower. And then we're going to hold the stretch statically. So here you might want your belt. It's alright if you don't want to use your belt, though you can just interlock the fingers and hold behind the right leg. If you want to use the belt or tie or towel, you're taking that around the sole of the right foot and just holding on gently onto the belt. And hold here for 5 breaths. Slowly hold the belt with the right hand, take the left hand out to the side, so you're pressing your left palm down, and gently take out that right leg towards the right hand side. Just feel the stretch maybe in the inner thigh here, for 5 breaths again. Breath in, slowly lift up the right leg, right foot up towards the ceiling, take the belt in the left hand, right hand out to the side, press down into the palm, and here extending the left leg along the floor, slowly take your right leg over to the left, keeping the right leg as straight as you can, and hold for 5 breaths. The right leg back to the centre, release the belt, draw the right leg along the floor and rest for a few moments, noticing now the difference between the right leg and the left leg. Bring the feet back together, stretch the arms above the head as we breathe in, nice stretch again for the body, exhale, bring the arms down, and drawing both knees in towards the chest, just hugging the knees in to release the back off. Now the right foot comes into the floor with the right leg bent,
We're doing our leg raises first of all. So remember, if you want to, you can have the right leg extended out straight. If you've got any back issues, it's best to always keep the leg bent. So sole of the foot up towards the ceiling as we inhale to lift and exhale to lower down. Inhaling to lift, exhaling to lower. So another 4 or 5 lifts and lowers. Try to be conscious of the mind-body connection, so only moving when you're ready to breathe. So if you're not ready to breathe out, just hold the left sole of the foot towards the ceiling. When you can feel that you're ready to breathe out, slowly lower. And when you're ready to breathe in, we lift up again. So one more lowering. Then lifting up, taking your belt or your tie or whatever, or just interlocking the fingers and holding behind the left leg. So holding up, sole of the foot up towards the ceiling for 5 breaths. Taking hold of the belt with the left hand, extending the right hand out to the side, slowly lowering the left leg down to the side, keeping the left leg as straight as possible. Pushing the heel away, toes towards the face. Should feel a stretch maybe in the inner thigh or the hip area. 5 breaths. Slowly bring the left leg back up, change hands, right hand holds onto the belt, left hand out to the side, extend the right leg away, and slowly draw your left leg over to the right, keeping the left leg as straight as possible. Might feel a stretch now up the outside of the left leg. Keep drawing the foot up towards your right shoulder if you can. 5 breaths. Left foot back up towards the ceiling. Slowly lower the left leg and stretch the leg out along the floor for a few breaths, noticing the difference now between the left and the right leg. The feet back together, stretch your arms above the head, deep breath in, breath out, release, arms down, knees back in towards the chest, hug the knees in, and then we can either take our knees down to the side or roll up to seated. Okay, so we're going to sit cross-legged to do some arm stretches and some side body stretches. So cross-legged, just remember which leg
is in front. Maybe sitting on a block as well, or a blanket or a cushion, just to help us give that lift. So just to show you, if I don't sit on a block, my back will be quite rounded. So if I can sit on a block, it just helps to give that pelvis a bit of a lift. Much better for the posture and the hips. Okay, so just remember again which leg is in front. So sitting up as tall as we can, and then take your right hand out to the side, draw the left fingertips down to the side, and then stretch the left fingertips over to the right. Feeling stretch up the left hand side of the body, couple of breaths. And then we're changing sides, so left hand down, right fingertips stretch over to our left. Feel the stretch up the right hand side of the body. Slowly lifting again. And for a gentle stretch, left hand on right knee and right hand behind. Gently from the tummy, then the chest and the face towards your right. Couple of breaths again. Slowly returning back to the centre and keeping the spine nice and long. Change with the right hand outside the left knee, gently drawing our chest, tummy to the left. Slowly coming back forward, and then extending both legs away, and then we're crossing our legs the other way. The opposite way probably feels a bit unnatural. Sitting up tall again, so right hand out to the side. This time if you want to, you can come onto your right elbow, if that feels okay. And then extending the left fingertips to the right. Feel that nice stretch up your left hand side. Slowly lifting, changing sides, either hand down or elbow down, stretching our right fingertips over to the left. Feel a stretch up our outside of our right body. So we don't stretch often enough the outsides of the body. So quite nice, maybe quite intense. And lifting back up. We'll change to the twist, so left hand outside the right knee, gently drawing ourselves to the right. Make sure the fingertips aren't too far behind you, quite close to the lower back, which will help to lift the spine a bit. And then slowly untwisting, and we come to the twist to the left. Back to the centre, this time walking hands forward, just stretching the fingertips as much as you can forward and feel a stretch in the lower back. And lift back up slowly. Okay, so we're going to do a seated cow face posture. So just the arms first of all. So we're just bringing our right hand up and bringing the right hand to touch behind you. Stretch out the left hand and see if you can reach both fingers to join. And hold for 5 breaths. slowly releasing and then changing sides. So we're drawing the right hand so it's going up our back, and then stretch the left hand up and bring the fingers together if you can. Hold on for 5 breaths again. So here we want to take our left arm back, the left elbow if you can, up towards the ceiling. And slowly release the fingers. And then another shoulder stretch, so this time eagle arms. So we'll try this in the balance again later. So if you bring your palms facing each other, cross your right elbow over your left elbow. So first of all, the palms will be, the backs of the hands will be together. So you're trying to now swing them round a little bit and try and bring the palms together, and then lift the elbows up and the hands up and away. Release, shake out, maybe rotate the wrists, wiggle the fingers, and we go to the opposite way. So palms facing each other first of all, left elbow over right, and the backs of the hands first of all come together, and then try and twist them round so the palms are together, lifting the elbows up, the fingers away up towards the ceiling. Slowly release. Again, shake out the arms, and then coming onto all fours. So just keep the block to the side. So from all fours, here we want to try and challenge our balance a bit and concentrate on our core. So we're extending the left leg and we're drawing the right fingertips away, and then we're reaching the left foot up. Just reach behind and tap the left ankle, breathe in to extend the left leg and the right hand, breathe out to tap. So 2 or 3 more, keeping steady, keeping the tummy drawn in. So 1 more, extend away, and then breathe out. See if you can take hold of your left ankle with your right hand. So this time lifting the knee up, lifting the left ankle up, kind of looking forward or looking down. It's up to you. And 3 breaths. Bringing the left knee down and the right hand down, and then we change sides, so extending the right leg and extending the left hand. So breathe in to extend, and breathe out to reach behind with the left hand to tap the right ankle. Breathe in to extend, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. And 2 more. And then next one, hold that right ankle with the left hand. Try and lift up that right knee, left foot up towards the ceiling. Sorry, right foot up towards the ceiling. About 3 breaths. Release the right knee and the right hand to the left hand, and slowly
bring the bottom onto the heels. So we're going into the extended child pose. So try and draw your fingertips as far forward as you can, and releasing the head either down to the floor or onto a block just in front of you. And just make sure that the hands and the wrists are slightly wider than shoulder width to protect the shoulders. Press into the hands as we lift up slowly back to tabletop. So from here, we're going to thread our right hand, so it's the palm is up on the right fingers, and we're bringing our right ear and our right shoulder down to the mat. And then if we can, we're lifting up that left leg. So we really need to think of our core here and then lifting up our left hand. So if you can, hold for about 3 or 4 breaths. And slowly bring your left hand and your left knee back to the mat. Press into the left hand to lift up slowly, and then we'll change sides. So challenging our balance, challenging our core. So now we're threading our left hand underneath the right hand, left palm is up. Then we're releasing our left ear and our left shoulder down to the floor. First of all, pressing into the right hand, lifting up the right leg. Find your balance, this side might be a bit harder, and then if you can, lift up your right hand. Hold for 3 or 4 breaths. Bring the right hand back to the mat, right knee back to the mat. Press into the right hand, lift back up, and release back into child pose, this time into the child pose with a rounded back. So the backs of the hands are resting on the floor and the forehead's down on the mat or a block. Press into the hands as we lift back up. So now coming on to our fronts for another movement for loosening off the shoulders. So our forehead's just resting on the mat and the arms are out at the side with the palms facing down. So now we're stretching the arms forward, keeping the arms about shoulder width, and then we're swinging the arms round to bring the backs of the hands resting on the lower back, one hand on top of the other. And then sweeping the arms forward again, breathe in to stretch forward, breathe out, swing the arms round in a circle to rest on the lower back. So about 3 more of those, breathing in to extend forward, breathing out to bring the hands to rest on the lower back or the sacrum or the tailbone. 2 more, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. And then bringing the hands just by the chest, press into the hands as we press up back to tabletop. So from tabletop, we'll come into stepping our right foot forward in between the hands into a gentle lunge first of all. For about 3 breaths, just feeling where the sensations are in probably in the hip area.
Okay, so from here, turning the left toes under, we're taking our left knee off the floor. So here we've got a left leg that's straight, and pressing into the left hand, stretching the right fingertips up towards the ceiling into a twist, and 3 breaths in your twist, keeping our left leg as strong and straight as possible. So drawing our left kneecap up. And then right hand back down to the floor. So from here, just see if you can walk the hands back a bit and walk the hips back a bit and come onto the heel of the right foot. Draw your chest forward and the face slightly forward. Okay, and then slowly bring the right foot back down and the left knee back down. Then stepping our right knee back. And then stepping our left foot forward into the lunge. So notice now where we feel the stretch. And turning our right toes under. So taking our right knee off the floor, drawing our right kneecap up so the right leg is straight and strong as possible. Pressing the right hand into the floor, just underneath the right shoulder, and stretching up the left fingertips into the twist. So twisting as much as we can to the left. 3 breaths. And bring the left hand outside the left foot. Again, trying that, taking our hands slightly back and coming onto the left heel. If we can, the left leg is straight for 3 breaths. Drawing the chest forward. And slowly bringing our right knee back down into the low lunge. And then stepping our right foot just to the front of the mat, so the feet are about hip width apart as we come into a gentle forward fold. So forward fold, if you have any back issues, it's best to keep the knees slightly bent and just holding on here behind the calves. See if you can rest the crown of the head down to the floor, and 5 breaths. We're going to roll up slowly, so keep that soft bend in the knees and the chin on the chest, bringing our head up last. Okay, so going to do some balance. So first of all, we'll do the eagle. So we've done eagle arms, so we'll get those arms in position first. So the right elbow, just move back a bit, right elbow over the left, get the arms swinging round, and then we change sides with the legs. So we bring our left ankle, if we can, behind our right calf and hold there. If you want to, you can just place the left foot outside the right foot, whichever is easier. You can either bend the knees and go lower into kind of a squat, or keep the legs straight, it's up to you. So we can lift those elbows up, take the hands away. And release, shake out the arms and the legs. And then we'll change sides, so right elbow over, left elbow over right, and the palms together again. Then we're bringing our right foot So the foot's either outside the left calf or outside the left foot pressing into the floor, it's up to you. Probably harder on this side maybe. So try to find your focus and see if you can hold your eagle for 5 breaths. And release and shake out. So the next balance pose that we do is dancer. So we kind of did the same thing when we're on the all fours and we're tapping like that. So we're doing the same thing but we're standing up. So it's a bit harder. So we'll just challenge ourselves. So we're pressing our left foot into the floor, then lifting our right ankle up. See if we can hold on to the right ankle with the right hand. First of all, before we go any further, we want to press through the left foot, so we're drawing the hips away from the ribs, or the ribs away from the hips, and we're trying to stand up tall. We're also pushing our hips forward, pushing our chest forward and shoulders back. So from here, you can either take hold of the right ankle with the left hand as well to think about more about posture, drawing our shoulder blades together, or we can stretch up the left hand with the palm facing forward, fingertips stretching up towards the ceiling, and then we're drawing that right foot up towards the ceiling and the left fingertips forward slightly. We'll try for 5 more breaths. Release the hand and release the foot and shake out. Then you give the legs a gentle rub. Okay, and then we're changing sides, so now it's the right foot that's pressing into the floor to help us find our grounding, find our support, find the stability, draw the tummy in. Then we're lifting up the left foot with the left hand. So first of all, we want to push the hips forward, push the chest forward. Try to keep the knees together first of all. Press into your right foot, see if you can grow taller. And then if you want to, we can take hold of the foot with both hands, drawing the chest forward, shoulders blades together, or stretch the right fingertips up towards the ceiling, stretch up, and then lifting that left foot up towards the ceiling. 5 breaths. And releasing down slowly and shaking out our legs. So we're going to do the wide-legged forward fold. So feet apart and feet pressing into the floor. The heels can be out slightly. We don't want the toes to be out here, we want the heels to be out if anything. First of all, hands onto the hips. So draw the chest forward. With the hands on the hips, breathe in and breathe out. Coming forward as far as we can, not dropping the chin towards the chest yet, keeping the back of your head in line with your shoulders, and coming forward as far as you can. Imagine you're pushing your bottom back and you're pressing into your feet and drawing our kneecaps up. Okay, and then bringing the hands just so they're underneath the shoulders. First of all, we're walking the hands forward, but we're keeping the hips where we are. So we're going into kind of a wide-legged down dog. So try not to bring your hips forward. Try to keep drawing your chest through towards your thighs and hold for 3 breaths.
walking the hands back so they're underneath the shoulders again. And then from here we're going to walk the hands over to the right hand side and come into the lunge over the right leg. So resting our chest on our right thigh, going to stretch out both arms into aeroplane. Before you do that, engage your tummy muscles and draw your left kneecaps up and push your left heel away, and then stretch out both hands, palms down, for 3 breaths of aeroplane. And from here, take the hands behind and interlock the fingers and try to stretch the arms out straight for 3 breaths. The right hand outside the right foot, and then we're slowly pivoting hands back to the centre into the wide-legged forward fold, and then walking the hands over to the left leg. So here again, drawing your right kneecap up, pressing the right heel away, coming into aeroplane with the chest resting on the left thigh first of all. So stretching the arms out, palms down, 3 breaths. And from here, take the hands behind, interlock the fingers, stretch the arms out straight, try to keep your balance, 3 breaths. Bring the hands back down to the floor and slowly pivot back to the wide-legged forward fold, turning the heels out again and just resting the hands onto the floor. Just hands about shoulder width. Really try to now bend your elbows and walk the hands maybe so they're in line with the feet. Keep bending the arms and taking your elbows back. Holding here for 3 breaths. Walk our hands back forwards, and then turning the toes out slightly, heel toe the feet together. Keep the knees soft as we roll up slowly. Press into the feet, keeping our chin on our chest and bringing the head up last to standing. Okay, so now bring the feet together and the palms together and close your eyes. Just take a few breaths to scan the body all the way from the feet, all the way up the legs, and all the way up to the face and the crown of the head, lifting up towards the ceiling. And open the eyes and release the hands. We'll do a couple more standing postures, so feet apart for warrior 2. So the feet need to be quite wide apart. We're turning our right foot out to the side and our left heel out slightly. We want to keep the hips facing forward, and then we're going to go gradually into bending the right knee and straightening the right leg. So just building this flexibility gradually, and we want to eventually, after a few of those bends and straightens, we want to come to a right angle with the right knee, but we always want to see the big
right toe. So if the knee's going in slightly, that's bad for the knee joint. So we want to keep that knee back, drawing our left kneecap up so the left leg is strong and straight. So when we've got that right angle, feeling the stretch maybe in the inner left thigh, we extend the fingertips and looking over the right fingers. We're not like leaning over like that. We're drawing that left fingertip back. Pressing the feet into the floor, looking over the middle right finger, 5 breaths. And release the hands and straighten the right leg, toes forward. First of all, stepping our feet back together, shaking out the legs. And then we'll go to the opposite side with Warrior 2. Trying to remember all those teaching points. So feet apart again. And then left toes out, right heel out slightly, hips facing forward. And then gradually bending the left leg, straightening. See if we can get that right angle with that left leg, but we're not leaning over, the body's staying central, making sure we can see our big left toe, so the left knee's back, we're drawing our right kneecap up and then extending the arms. Should feel a stretch on the inner thigh. If you can't, maybe take the feet a little bit further apart. Now looking over the middle left finger, 5 breaths. Straightening the left leg, releasing the arms, slowly stepping the feet together, shaking out. So next we're going to try pyramid, and we might try and add a twist with the pyramid as well. So if you've got maybe a wall near you or a sofa, just sometimes helps you to leverage with the twist a bit. So first of all, stepping the right foot forward, and your right heel is kind of in line with your left heel. If your balance isn't so good, you can take the left foot out a little bit to the left, which gives you a wider stance for your balance. The hips both want to come forward, chest forward and shoulders back. So we fold forward again with the hands on the hips. I'm drawing both kneecaps up, pressing the feet into the floor. Breath in to lift. Breath out to come forward. Try and come forward with a flat back if you can. And if you need to, keep your right leg bent slightly. And come forward as much as you can. If you want to, you can draw your fingertips down your legs. Try not to tuck the chin in towards the chest. Just have the back of your head so it's in line with your shoulders. So first of all, 5 breaths here. And then if we want to, we can try the twist. So with the twist, our left hand comes outside our right foot. And then if you've got the wall, you can use the wall to help your right hand rests on the wall, and you're trying to draw your chest up towards the left hand side. And then if you want to, you can stretch your right fingertips up towards the ceiling, palm facing away. So see if you can hold for about 5 more breaths. Slowly bring the right hand back
floor or the shin, and then slowly walk the hands back up the legs. Okay, toes facing forward, shake out the legs again. Okay, so we go to pyramid the other way. So now the left foot's forward, the right foot's back, so toes facing forward. So your hips will want to come to the right hand side. Try and draw your hips forward. Press it into the right foot behind you. Just check that the heels are maybe in line with each other, or the right foot out to the right a little bit if you need to. So stretching, pressing the feet into the floor. We're lifting up tall, breathing in, chest forward, shoulders back. Breathe out, draw the tummy in, and slowly come forward over the left leg. So you can keep that left knee slightly bent if you need to. You can keep your hands on your hips, or you can draw the fingertips down the body. So they can be resting on the shins, or the fingertips are on the floor. So 5 breaths. Keep trying to imagine you're pushing your bottom back. You're drawing your left hip back. And then we can try the twist. So now the right fingertips come outside the left foot. That they can stay there if you want to, or we can draw the left fingertips up the wall and twisting over to the left. And then if we want to, we can stretch our left fingertips up towards the ceiling. If it feels easier, you can keep your right fingertips inside the left foot. It just helps you to give a better twist if you take them outside the left foot. And then about 5 breaths. Bring our left hand back to the floor. Try and keep your right heel pressing into the floor. You can maybe bend that left leg a little bit as we lift up slowly, walking the hands up the left leg. Lifting back up slowly. Feels quite unsteady on that side. Okay, and stepping the feet together, palms together. We'll close our eyes, taking a few breaths to notice. Notice mainly the legs. It's quite an intense stretch for our hamstrings and our calves. And then open the eyes, release the hands. We'll come back to our mat now. Lying down. So taking the legs out straight, letting the feet, small toes fall out to the side. Just a few breaths. Now bring the feet together, extend our arms above our head. Breathe in, breathe out slowly, bring the arms down, bring the knees into the chest. And slowly roll up to seated. Okay, so we'll do the boat pose for our core. So there's always a couple of options with every yoga pose. So go with the option that feels best for you. So chest is always forward and the back's nice and straight. The hands can be out with the palms facing each other. Then we can lean back slightly and lift the feet off the floor. Try to keep that chest forward, shoulders back,
and hold for 5 breaths. And release the feet back down. Then we'll try one more, see if we can straighten out the legs. Keep that chest lifted though, and lift the feet off again, and see if we can straighten the legs. 5 breaths. And bring the feet down again. So here, cross the right ankle over the left and press it into the hands, lift the bottom off the floor. See if you can lift the feet off the floor. Okay, and stretch out both legs. So from here we're going to do a forward fold. So to help you forward fold, use your block or cushion underneath your bottom. Which will help give you that tilt forward. And then if you've got your belt or rolled up blanket, take that round the sole of the feet. First of all, bring the flesh from underneath our sit bones so we can feel the sit bones pressing into the floor or your block. And push your heels away, toes towards your face, and stretch our chest forward. Breathe in, breathe out, walk the hands down the belt if you've got one, or the hands down your legs. But try to keep your back first of all nice and flat, and keep the chin forward slightly. 3 breaths with the flat back, drawing our kneecaps up. And going a little bit forward if we can, so we can reach our toes or reach our ankles. So just snuggling the shoulders forward and then looking down towards your thighs. And here about 5 deep breaths. Breathe in, lifting back up slowly, and breathe out. Okay, so we'll come now into final relaxation. Before we do that, we'll do a reclining twist. So we can do 2 knees together, reclining twist, like we normally do. Still, we mainly want to get the stretch up the, if we're twisting to the right, we want to feel the stretch in the lower back. And the outside of the left body, the side of the left body. If we do the other version, we can extend our right leg away, left foot outside the right knee, and draw that left knee down with the right hand. We can have the fingers, left fingers extended out to the side, or take the left arm above the head. So the left arm's kind of by the left ear. So here we're trying to deepen our breath, maybe close the eyes, 5 breaths. Draw the knees back to the centre and then change sides. So if we're doing the 1 knee reclining twist, it's right knee down to the left,
Left hand out to the side, right hand stretches above the head. See if you can snuggle both shoulders into the floor. Maybe just edging yourself a little bit over to the left. 5 breaths again. Slowly draw the knees to the centre. And now we'll get ready for our final relaxation. So just make sure you're comfortable. You've got enough layers on. Maybe an extra jumper or blanket. And just move in any way which feels nice before relaxing down into the mat. So we can start the same with the knees together and feet out for realignment or bringing you back into its natural alignment, or the legs out straight and the feet apart and the small toes coming out to the side. Again, your hands can be on your tummy or arms out to the side with the palms facing up. If you want to, you can softly close your eyes and allow your body to rest, to fully assimilate the effects of the practice we've done tonight. We bring everything we've learnt in the class into our subconscious. As we're staying alert, we're allowing the body to relax. So the mind is alert in the present moment while the body is consciously relaxing. So bring attention to the body. Feel the muscles and the joints, tissues in the body releasing and letting go. Bit by bit, we're relaxing our ankles, relaxing and softening the ankles, relaxing the muscles in the legs. Notice the calves soften. Notice the space in the knee joints. Notice the thighs are soft and heavy. Notice the hip region is relaxing. Feel the back now becoming softer. The lower back, middle back, upper back. Shoulders are soft. Sense all the muscles, joints, letting go of each other. Become stiller, quieter. Now feel how the earth supports you as you rest deeper. Be grateful for your body. Allow your body to rest. to come out of final relaxation. If the legs are bent, stretch out the legs, bring the feet together. Take as deep a breath as you can as we lift our arms above our head. The final stretch for the evening for the body. Breathe out, bring our arms down. If we like, we can bring the knees into the chest. Give yourself a big hug. Maybe bring the forehead up to the knees. Feel that curve in the spine. And slowly release. So we can take our knees down to the side and pause there before we lift up, or we can roll up back to seated.
Thank you for joining. Hope you enjoyed, and see you again soon. Hello Christine, Rona, Mike and Roger and anyone else who's there tonight. Bye for now.